Hello everyone. We are going ahead with um, lesson number 5 of exponents. Lesson number 5 of exponents, and we are going to look at I think I forgot to write here. This is law number 6 of our exponents. This is negative exponents. This is negative exponents. Okay, so now negative exponents, they come in different form, and you must take note of your base. Very important for you to be able to deal with them. You must take note of your base. Okay, so and previously we only dealt with positive exponents, but we never dealt with negative exponents. So we are on page 31 of your textbook, page 31. Okay, there's a box there. We are looking at the negative exponents. So number one, we are going to look at negative exponents where the base is a fraction with one negative exponent. Okay, and the example that we have there is 5 divided by 13 to the power of negative 8. So you see that your base is a fraction. Your base is 5 divided by 13, or it's 5 over 13, and we've got only one negative exponent. So in this case, to solve, you just swap a numerator with the denominator and you make your exponent positive. So my answer is going to be 13 over 5. That is going to be my base. And now I have a positive exponent. You see what I've done? I've just swapped my numerator and denominator. Once I do that, I can change my exponent to be positive. Okay, you see that? Follow that? Okay, this only happens if our base is a fraction and we only have one negative exponent. Okay, now let's look at scenario number 2, or case number 2, where a base is a whole number with a negative exponent. Okay, so now I have my example there, 2 to the power minus 1. So this is my base, is a whole number, and I have a negative exponent. Okay, so I must convert to this base, to the whole number, to be a fraction. So if I want to convert to be a fraction, it will be the same as 2 over 1. You agree? And I will raise that to negative exponent. You see, now it's easy. I do what I did with the first case. Okay, so I'm going to swap the numerator and the denominator. I'm going to have 1 over 2 to the power of 1, which is the same as 1 to the power 2, 1 divided by 2. You see that if it's a whole number, you convert that whole number into a fraction, and that becomes 2 over 1, right? To this, still raised to the same negative exponent. Only after converting the base to the whole number, now you swap, okay? So you see now my numerator is at the bottom, my denominator is at the top. Now I can make my exponent to be positive, and then that is the same as 1 over 2. Okay, can you follow that? Please look at the example and ensure that you follow. Okay, and then still with negative exponents, we have a case where a base is a fraction. But the numerator has got a negative power, and also the denominator has a negative power. In case number 1, we only had one negative exponent. Okay, but now the numerator has a negative power or exponent, and the denominator has a negative exponent. So let's look at that example. Still on page 31, we have 2 to the power minus 4, or our exponent is minus 4, and 3 to the exponent minus 5. So you see we have our base is a fraction 2 over 3. However, we have the exponent on the numerator and the exponent on the denominator. Okay, so in this case, we will just swap the numerator and the denominator and make the exponents positive. So in this case, our numerator will be 3 to the power positive 5, and our denominator will be 2 to the power positive 4. You see that? We just swap the numerator and denominator. Okay, we swap the numerator and denominator. Okay, and make the exponents positive. Can you follow? I want to make one last example there. And we have minus 2. Actually, this example should follow here on the whole number. Let me write it here as example number 2. On the whole number, we have minus 2 to the power minus 3. Okay, so my base is a whole number, but it's negative, so I must change it to the fraction. So my base is going to be minus 2 over 1, right? Everything to the power minus 3. Okay, so now what am I going to do? I'm going to swap numerator and denominator. So I'm going to have 1 over 2. It's still minus, okay? And this will be to the power of 3. You see that? Have I done the correct thing? Yes, everything will be to the power of 3. Okay, you get that? Do you follow? Do you follow? Do you follow? Okay, so if we have to simplify this further, we will have minus, and 1 to the power 3 will be 1, and 2 to the power 3 will be 2 to the power 3. You see, then we have simplified that further. Okay, I guess this is it with the negative exponents. This is it with the negative exponents. This one we will have to give a longer time for practice. So because the problems now are combined, all the laws from law number 1 to law number 5 is combined into the exercise that we will do on page 31. So we'll do exercises on page 31. We will do exercise, let me write page 31, and we'll do exercise 3.1 to exercise 3.12. I'll be available to assist you, okay, because this is combination problems. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time so that you get to understand the negative powers. However, remember that now problems have combined all the laws we have learned. Okay, thank you. Let's go for exercises.